Well, hello there, folks. Welcome to another exciting episode of the Wider Channel. Today, I just wanted to go over a few quick updates here with the condition of the Spyder and some of the things that have been happening recently. Number one, the rest of the parts that I had ordered for completing the front end. The air ducts that lead to the radiators, where they were all broken, does require that you take the frunk off to fix the broken parts. You have to take those air ducts out from the inside, from the back side of the frunk. So I was able to get the frunk taken off, unscrewed all the screws that hold down the ducts, pull them out. There are screens back in there that were bent up pretty good. I was able to straighten them up before I put the air ducts back together and put it all together proper. Now, the other part that goes along with that is the point on the front end of the Spyder. That little black plastic piece on the front that brings it out to a point, that is now installed. I'm happy to say it looks amazing. It's so much better. That was all part of that. And then the last thing that I did was the skid plate underneath, where like a third of that was gone. There are two mount points that are supposed to be on the bottom side of the frunk that screws down to. Those are both broken off, so I was only able to secure it via the four screw holes that mount that on underneath. I do think that's plenty for what it is. It is holding well and felt good and solid. And the last part of that too was putting the frunk back on. After the initial repair and changing the engine out, there was the two bolts underneath the frunk. I put those back on as well. I had forgotten to do that before and wondered what those two extra bolts were. Amazing going through the whole operation of changing out the motor and having two bolts left over. Well, finally figured out where those go. So those are now properly installed on the bottom side of the frunk underneath and holding down the frunk properly. Well, I had it up on the ramps to secure the bottom of the frunk. I also put on a guardian angel bell that was given to me by my new neighbors across the road, Dustin. Great neighbors across the street. Dustin has a Yamaha that is a very nice bike, very pretty bike. He walked over one day and told me a little bit about the Guardian Angel bell, or some people know it as the Gremlin bell. Gave me a little backstory behind it. I, after many, many years of riding, had never heard of that. So did some research on it and heard some pretty neat stories on what the Gremlin bell is all about and how it wards off the evil spirits of the road, or the gremlins of the road that are out to get you. Some say it's for it being that it's low to the ground. It's the lowest point of the frame, closest to the ground. It attracts the gremlins and gathers them up inside the bell. Some people say that the story goes that somebody had a bike full of toys that they were bringing back from, I think the story was that they were coming back from Mexico with toys, and the rider came around the corner and something happened where there was some obstacle in the road that the gremlins had put there, and he went off the road or crashed his bike. And the only thing that was effective out of the toys to repel the gremlins was the bell. So that's super neat. That is now on the frame underneath the Spyder here. Every once in a while I can hear it ding. I hit a good bump, or if I'm going across the yard, getting this out of the garage, if the vehicles are in the driveway and I have to drive across the yard, I will hear the bell ringing against the grass. So that's pretty neat little story behind that, and it's a very thoughtful gift from, again, my neighbor Dustin. Today, the recording of this video, I'm sure it's not going to actually get out today, maybe tomorrow, but today is Mother's Day, and some of you may know I am a firefighter. I've been doing that for 27 years. My regular day job, I am an IT guy, basically, some form of an IT guy, but in my spare time for the past 27 years, I have been a firefighter. And one of the neat things that my fire department does is every Mother's Day, we get together with the local Knights of Columbus Hall and put on a breakfast for folks to bring their mothers to. Or just, if you want a good breakfast, you come and have a breakfast with the Knights of Columbus and our fire department. It raises money for a good cause. This year we're looking for money for a new set of Jaws of Life, so that's very helpful for us. We had a good turnout of 640 some folks came out to have breakfast for Mother's Day. Super nice to see everybody today. That was a great thing for a great cause. This is the old Bay City Prestolite plant. Not sure what they ever made here, but it is a big, scary building. Been abandoned for lots and lots of years. Other thing, I recently acquired a 360 camera, the Insta360 X3 camera. I realized the X4 came out, but saw a good deal on the X3 and decided to pick it up and see if it was something that I would enjoy. So far so good. I've been playing with it, and it may be something that I'll mount right here off the handlebar. I'll get the Spyder cuff and get a good mount for it, so we can get a good 360 view of what's going on. This is Michigan Sugar right here. This is where the big sugar plant in Bay City that makes a ton of sugar. So the other thing that I've tried with this Spyder now, just now that we are getting it down to the end of the actual getting this back to 100%, two things. Two things. Number one, I took the wheels off, the front wheels, and took them into my office, used some Goo Gone and some other products and got them shined up, and one of them didn't have any wheel weights on it whatsoever. The other one had some wheel weights in inappropriate spaces and some missing, and just stickers there. So I got them all shined up, got everything cleaned off them, took them to some buddies and in town here, and they balanced them up for me. And this thing, even at high speeds, I do not have any kind of rattle, so very happy that took care of itself with just getting the wheels balanced. The last thing is the paint. I brought this up in a previous episode where there is, it's almost like a hard water spots, maybe pine tar, pine sap that is kind of baked into the paint. It's not hard exterior like you'd find big blobs of pine sap that's baked on. It's almost like a haze over the paint. So I have a buffer, and I tried to using some Mother's Cleaner wax with the buffer. It made it a lot better, but there's still some residual underneath that. It does look a lot cleaner. It is super shiny now. But I'm going to be trying some different things on it. Let me know in the comments if there's something that you think or if you've tried and it works. It's good to... I'm always game to try something that somebody else has tried and made work. It's just this is Spyder's a different kind of paint. It's all plastic, and paint on Tupperware is a little different to deal with than paint on a car. So I did try some alcohol. That works a little bit. The buffing seems to work the best out of anything. I think next on my list to try is doing a very, very light abrasive, maybe an inconspicuous spot on this to try that and see if we can get some results there. But I guess most of the inconspicuous spots I don't have this problem in. It's mostly in the top facing pieces where something has fallen, like sap has fallen from trees and landed on the top. So let me know again in the comments if there's something that you'd like to see done with this Spyder. I'm open to suggestions on the next thing to do with it. If there's something you would like to do to your Spyder, but you'd like to see it done first, let me know in the comments. I'd always appreciate the comments, and anybody that comments knows I respond to every single one of you. While we're on the topic of comments, if you could, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, give it a thumbs up. There's a pretty Harley with a trailer for sale. We are fastly approaching the 700 mark with our subscriber count, which is really cool. This is As they tell me, this is a pretty fast growing channel. It's very encouraging to me to see that. Kind of not only lets YouTube know that you're liking what you're seeing, it lets me know that you're liking what you're seeing, and I'll keep making the videos that you like to see. So all of the analytics of the videos look like everybody's enjoying this style where I talk about things and show you a little what I've done while I'm on my ride. So as long as that trend is keeping up, I will keep doing videos this way. That's all I have for today. Hopefully I'll see you in the next one.